see how ridiculous this is? Look, they're everywhere. So I had high hopes for this project management system. It was going to be in my face. I would see exactly what I need to do at a glance. So there's nothing fundamentally wrong with this system. What's wrong with it is my wall. About a day after I put all these up, they started falling down. So I taped them back up and then they started falling down. The whole point of this was to have it be in my face so I could see it at all times. And that kind of doesn't work if they're all on the floor. And since I don't want to put a million holes in my wall, I think it's time to take it down and try something else. Alright, so now that the project management stuff is all taken care of, I want to next answer some questions about the course that you guys have been asking me. So I'm just going to dive right in and get to them. So first off, can developers even learn to design? So I actually already created a video, which you can see here, talking about this, but just to answer it shortly again, yes, I 100% believe that developers can learn to design. Design is a skill just like everything else. For example, if you already know how to code, you weren't born with that knowledge. It's something that you picked up through trial and error and practice, and over time you gain the skills needed to be able to build stuff. The same is true for design. So who is this course for? So this course is aimed at people who build stuff for the web, aka developers. But it's for you if you want to become a confident designer. If you're tired of relying on Bootstrap for the user interface of your site and you want to set your site apart from the millions of others out there. It's for you if you want to improve the design of your sites without the need to invest money to hire a designer to help you. It's for you if you want to be able to take your ideas and create amazing websites from start to finish. And finally, it's for you if you don't want to waste the time searching through the sea of information out there on the internet, and instead you want a concise, structured, and value-packed course that guides you along. So what is covered in this course? So the Design for Developers course is made up of 15 separate classes, each containing one or more lessons for that topic. So I start off by explaining what design is and why you need to learn it, as well as the differences between UI and UX. And then I cover the foundational elements of design in the next class, as well as design mistakes to avoid as you go about creating your projects. The remaining classes cover very specific questions that I have heard from developers that they struggle with. For example, how do I choose colors, or how do I choose fonts? How do I go about laying out the content for my site? How do I come up with ideas and inspiration? How do I work with photography as well as lighting and shadows? How do I brand my site, and how do I craft the user experience? How do I design for mobile? And finally, how do I navigate Sketch and Photoshop? So what is not covered in this course? Well, how to code. This course is 100% design focused, and I don't cover any of the front end or back end or any code whatsoever. So I'm a total beginner. Is this course for me? Yes, absolutely. This course starts from ground zero and doesn't expect that you have any previous knowledge in design. So I already know a bit about design. Is this course for me, or is it just for beginners? Well, I guess that depends on your level of skill in design. If you feel 100% confident about design, then no, this course probably won't help you much. But if you feel like you could use a refresher in the fundamentals of design and build a better foundation to have your design skills built upon, then yes, I think you can get value out of this course. Does this course offer a follow-through on a project, or is it strictly lectures and examples? So this course is mainly lectures and examples. I try to go into as much theory as I can, but also show you how to apply that theory directly to your projects. So that said, I am going to be creating some specific case studies that will apply the lessons directly to real-world examples, but unfortunately that won't be available at the launch of the course. It will be available shortly after. Will this course include any resources such as your wireframe kit? So at the launch, no. But in the future, yes, absolutely. So the reason for that is because I'm putting all of my focus on the course classes and lessons right now. But in the future, I'm going to be creating some specific and exclusive resources just for the people who purchase the Design for Developers course. That will include stuff similar to my wireframe kit and user flow kit, as well as some UI kits and some icon sets, etc. And that actually leads me into my next question. Will I get free updates? Yes, absolutely. So on April 28th, I'm going to be launching version 1 of the Design for Developers course. And since it's version 1, I'm going to be adding new classes and lessons and possibly redoing some to make them better, and as well as adding resources down the line. I'm just going to make this as value-packed as possible. All of that said, once you purchase the course, you will get any updates I make to it for free forever. How long will I have access to the course? Forever. So I don't know Photoshop or Sketch. Will I still be able to go through the course? Yes. First off, design is much more than the tools that you use to create the designs. But that said, you will need to be able to use the tools to create your designs. So I am including 2 classes, one that covers Photoshop and one that covers Sketch. What level of coding knowledge will be required before I start the course? Well, none. This course does not cover any code at all. It's 100% design. It is, however, designed and focused towards people who are creating stuff for the web, aka developers. So even if you don't know any code, but you're interested in learning to design for the web, then this course will be great for you. That said, if you do not know how to code, but you are interested in it, I am planning on creating a course covering how to go from design to front-end code. So it's going to be focused on the front-end development stuff. And I'm planning on releasing that in 2016. So how much is the course going to cost? Well, I'm going to be offering it in 3 different packages. So I'm going to have a starter class, a master class, and a master class plus consulting. So the starter class is going to include what design is, and it's going to cover the foundational elements of design, as well as the top 10 design mistakes to avoid. So all of that I was originally planning on selling at $99, but I know those classes are jam-packed full of value, and I want to make that available to anybody regardless of if they can afford that price or not. I've decided to make the starter class 100% free. Then there's the master class. The master class includes all 15 classes and all the lessons inside of it, as well as any future classes I make and any future resources that I make, such as wireframing kits or UI kits, icon sets, etc. So basically, the master class covers everything you may be struggling with when it comes to design. So I have spent the past 10 years and over $60,000 learning design, and I've taken all of that knowledge and years of experience and packaged it up into this course, which I am selling for $399. So you get to learn everything you need to know about design for less than the cost of a single class at a traditional college. Basically, the Design for Developers course is what I wish I would have had when I first started out. So then there's the Masterclass Plus Consulting package. That comes with everything you'd get from the masterclass, but also a 60-minute one-on-one session with myself to talk about your designs, anything you're struggling with. So you'll get a personalized one-on-one session to help with anything you're struggling with. And that will be available for $999. But since my time is limited and I can only do so many of those, I've decided to limit the first launch to only 5 spots. So will there be any discounts? So yes. On April 28th, I'm going to be launching my course at the lowest price it will ever be for 50% off. So on April 28th, it's going to be $199. That's going to be the lowest price it'll ever be. Then the price is going to raise $50 per day until May 2nd, when it reaches the final price of $399. Okay guys, that's all for today. If I missed any of your questions, just ask them down below and I will get to them in the comments. But don't forget, the Design for Developers course is launching next week on April 28th, just 10 days away. I cannot wait for you guys to check out this course. All right, see you guys next time. Peace.